Folks, what do you do when you start obsessing about sound, whether your microphone is adequate? Well, you go out and you buy the most expensive one you can find. Got a hold of the DJI lav mics here, which you can see without making too much noise. Right there, I am now wearing one of those at an adequate distance, and then also have one right there pointing straight down so you can get the best sound possible on these Fidgets. Not affiliated, not a sponsor, although DJI, please. Okay, so today we are doing my top 10 plus mechanical Fidgets of September. So here we go. Let's jump in. We'll go straight for the quirky ruler from EDC Cell. Check this out. I got this one in PEI. Here we go. Great sound. I had it in titanium as well, and just happened to get a PEI one and really like the sound. Listen, a lot of people ask me, if you had to name one mechanical Fidget, what would it be? Metal toys will always be my #1 pick. And these are the top Ds. As you can see, I've got a little swap here between the outer shell and inner liner. Kind of fun to mess around with. We've got the Dom piano slider with the Zerk lining and a titanium body here. Really good sound. Love just these little small magnets. They're, not even that strong, but just enough to give you that kind of closure click right at the end. You've got the WJ Brownie, and they also made the Creation slider. That is such a good one. Really good sound. How about just the 01 EDC Peak Mechanical? This is standard. Nice. I just kind of like that sound even. Kind of fun. Also got this liner, which is just kind of this tiny little buzzy ding. That's the super dense core. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my Chenyu Guardian X1s. Titanium and Zerk. Both set up in standard, but I think I've got dense on the rotation there. Standard on this one. What a glorious, glorious addition to the mechanical game. The Top H from Metal Toys is such a wonderful, wonderful creation. I mean, you've got to love that sound. Let's talk about this guy. Sorry to say it, folks. This is a knockoff. But Mott has not made a Peak Groove yet. What choice did I have? So this is the Mott Groove in Peak. Again, knockoff of the Mott Groove. The Mott Groove in titanium is where it's at, though. So if you get a chance, get the Mod Groove in titanium. Here is the knockoff in Peak. Now, if you want to get that experience without supporting a knockoff, these are the Shark sliders. I believe they're that Halo Player, Haloo. This one's in Peak, this one's in PEI. These both have great sounds. The wheel's a little lackluster, but ultimately a great rotational slider. Here's my case that I took today. Yikes. Probably could carry them a little better. But if we're going to talk about the Top H, we have to talk about its father or mother, the Top F. This one is Zerk and Brass. Listen to this. Just that deep popping noise. And this thing is tiny. Fingertip tiny. And totally different experience than these Top H's, although they did just release a new series of center plates that are going to have all sorts of different sounds and tracks. All right, how about this guy? This is the Fat Cat in like a carbon quartz, they call it, from FZ-EDC. This thing glows in the dark like a flashlight. Speaking of flashlights, if you haven't checked out yet, the Olight Arcfeld, all right? This is the Arcfeld Pro. 3 different settings. You got flashlight, you got laser pointer, and you have UV light. So let's shut it off here. Now this one I am affiliated with. And please use the link in the description and you can go buy yourself one. Show the channel some love by using that link to buy that. Boom. Look at that, just immediately lit up. This UV light is so damn good that I can feel the heat on my skin. It feels like I'm getting a tan. Look at that. Wow. Quick hit. It is fully juiced in that amount of time. That's how good this thing is. Bam. Bam. Incredible. Incredible. I cannot tell you how entertained this has kept my children. They're like cats. And if you need a flashlight, holy hell. All right. Little plug for that Arcfeld Pro. To be honest though, this thing is like a common everyday use when we didn't even know that we needed it. But we got the kids glow-in-the-dark stars for their beds, and they take it in their bed every night and look up and bam, hit that button, and their stars are lit for the entire night. Okay, there we go. Let's talk about the bubble. Now these aren't all bubbles, but we have multiple variations of the Top B and the bubble. So I've got the titanium bubble, we got the Zerk bubble, we've got the titanium Top B Rain, That one has a peak plate. We've got the Zerk Top B Rain. And we've got the new Top B Snake in stainless steel. Now this thing sounded so good, I bought the Zerk and the titanium one, and those are coming soon. Not to mention that James from Metal Toys included with those two new Top B Snakes all the plate variations for the Top H. So I'm going to get a chance to review each one of those plates for you guys and show you which ones I like the most. So look forward to that video coming pretty soon. 42 Cosmo Binary Star. This one's in Zerk. This one's in PEI. That one just has this like deep kind of guttural like croak that it does. And then the PEI. Then we got this one back from, this came from TRB Creations. Now I've got a link with them, or a code rather, that you guys can use in their shop. Same code that's everywhere else, it's Fidget Focused YT. But they have a great pre-owned selection. Things like some rare Metal Toys pieces to rare 42 Cosmo pieces like the Cosmo X and XXL. This one is tough to find now, and I've got one in Zerk. So they were nice enough to send me one of their the pre-owned pieces. Take a listen. That's the Owen EDC Mini Burger. We've got the Halu Player. Boy, I don't know if this one had a name specifically, but I was really expecting to not like this one. And instead I found that I like it very much. When using it upside down like that, you get that kind of deep cupped noise of the reverberations in your hand. Got the Gal Rich coin. Really good piece. It's just stuck around for so long. The stainless steel one is pretty hard to find now. I did have this other Top D. This is my titanium one. And then how about this GD EDC Mahjong in dense? This is wood, brass, and leather. Interesting sound. We've got the decoder ring from Ammo Design. Just a good little simple scroller fidget. I've got mine set up with a little bit of ping, but I'm sure you could get it to be a little quieter, and it's discreet enough. You could probably use that in the office. Maybe you'd piss Becky off, or fucking Todd. You use whatever you want in your office place. Okay. Lastly, I'll toss in the brand new aluminum Schrodinger's cat as kind of a runner-up of my 10 that I'm clearly gone over. This one's got some magnets in there, but also a really good mechanical sound. But this one I haven't fully reviewed yet, so look forward to that next week. I'm going to be on vacation next week, so you're going to be getting some, unfocused segments from the beach. So look forward to that. Again, show some love to the channel. Use that Olight affiliated link to order yourself an Arkfeld Pro. You will not regret that one. It's got this really quick MagSafe charger too. It's pretty kick-ass. Let me know what you think of the sound on this one. Was the DJI sufficient? Hopefully. And hopefully you guys like this mechanical collection for September. Stay cool, everybody. It's the dog days of summer, and fuck fascism. Folks, welcome to Unfocused, the part of the show where we rant, rave, recommend, or reflect. Today I'm going to recommend something. At the beginning of the year, I decided I was going to start working out. My back hurt, my knees hurt, and just lifting my own kids and playing with them felt terrible on my body. So what I did was I said, fuck it, and I started working out in my clothes. Jeans, shirt. Now, I've got a gym at my work that makes it a little easier, but instead of worrying about kind of these barriers to entry, like for me, it was, I hate going into a locker room, getting changed, putting all my stuff in a bag, walking out to the gym, working out, going back, getting dried off, changing back into my clothes. It was a whole process. And I thought, instead of focusing on that, I'm just gonna walk in there and start lifting some fucking weights. And I have done that consistently 4 days a week, at least, for the whole year so far. So figure out what your barrier to entry is and how you can remove it. Sometimes it involves just kind of maybe sucking up the pride a little bit, or getting over how you might be looked at or viewed. It's about your body. It's about what you're doing to improve yourself. So think about that kind of stuff and make the change. Bye.